This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It's a 2000 Ford F-350 crew cab, dual rear wheel. It's a 7.3 turbo diesel. It's four-wheel drive, and it's a Lariat, which is leather. This truck has 229,300 miles. It is being sold on a salvage title due to theft, not collision. It was sold to us by an insurance company in Fort Worth, Texas. Basically, they get salvage titles because lawyers don't want liability for the insurance companies when they sell them to us. Basically, if you kill yourself in this and find out that Geico owned it and they sold it on a clear title, you may have some way to go and get some money from them. So they give it a salvage title. If you want to know more, please watch the little 3-minute animated video in our ads. That tells you more about why and how, but it's lawyers. That's how you end up with a vehicle that's this sweet and not wrecked and not flooded, not burnt or whatever. And on a salvage title. It's paperwork and lawyers. Anyway, once we get it here, we do a 2-hour inspection involving driving and measurements, put it in the air, wheels off, check it out. And this is basically what they look like right there, but this is my little cheat sheets. I write them down here on the side here, and I will run through what we did while I'm doing some video of what the vehicle looks like. The tires all around are pretty good except for the driver outside tire, which is very normal on dualies for some reason. It's always the driver outside tire that's got more wear than the others. Let's see, when we brought this thing in, it had a bad tranny. So we had to get a remanufactured tranny, basically a new tranny. Obviously that means it's got new tranny fluid and filter. It has a new air filter. We gave it new batteries. The front end was a little funky, so it's got new sway bar links, new upper and lower ball joints. The door locks wouldn't work, so we had to buy all 4 door lock actuators, so those are brand new. When it was stolen, the ignition and the door lock cylinders were damaged, as was the driver door handle, so those were replaced. And we also did an oil change. Okay? This used to belong to a ranch, and you'll see how we know that in just a second. It's fairly obvious when you see the seats. They actually had some pretty cool seats made. These inserts for the top of the seats, where we normally say Lariat, it has their ranch's name on it. And it's actually a pretty cool name. I think it's Jet, something Jet Stables. It's pretty cool. Anyway, cosmetically, it's got a few nicks and dings here and there. Mostly on the top of the driver fender is where it's got the biggest issue on it. Other than that, which really isn't too bad. It's got a brand new spare. That's nice to see. Got a rollover snack ball in the bed. Little chip here. You got some clear coat peeling. I wouldn't do anything about this stuff. I mean, mechanically, it's in fantastic shape. I don't know how this happened. It got up too close to something. I mean, I suppose you could just paint the white part of both bed sides, or actually both bed sides, top and bottom, if you wanted to. I wouldn't. See this uneven wear on the outside there? For some reason, the driver outside wheels always do that. Not sure why. Alright, it's got 229,325 miles. I'm going to open up the hood. We're going to be looking for fenders that have Ford stamps on them, and both sides of the core support also should have Ford stamps. That would indicate that all the parts are original. There's a Ford stamp there, new battery, Ford stamp there, stickers where they belong, stickers where they belong there, Ford stamp there, Ford stamp there. This truck runs great. Nice looking truck. course, it's got a brand new transmission, so it shifts great. Tiny bit of blow by, which is very normal in a old diesel truck, but not much. There's your passenger front window. Door locks. There's your seat. Rocking Jet Ranch. See what that mold does? So they just did this little top piece here. I think it's kind of cool. They put this wood package on it, which actually doesn't look too bad. That's kind of cool. I locked the door. There's your driver rear window. Like I said, it got all new door lock actuators. Also, the tint here is a little funky. I mean, you might want to take that tint off. We left it on just because some people don't care, but it would peel off pretty easily within a couple minutes. Same thing on all the windows. It's just old tint that you may or may not want to take off, depending on what you care about. It still works as tint, but it doesn't look as good as it should. So you can see it on that window also, how it looks. There's your mirror, out, in, up, down. Other side, out, in, up, down. Let's see, door locks. Windows. Let's see. Window. And window. Alright, so the windows work fine. Door locks fine. Power seat, driver power seat back. Forward, up, no, gotta go down first, it was all the way up already. That's down, and that's up. Front tilt up, front tilt down, and then front tilt up. And then the rear seat tilt down, and up. There you go, alright. Got little, I think we did a little repair from right here to right here. I can see a little bit of mobile repair guy work right here. Otherwise, the seat looks great. Tilt wheel, up and down. Let's look underneath this mat. We did a heel pad. That's brand new. So there was a hole in this floor. So our mobile guy came and put a heel pad in there. So that's new. And right where his heel went through the mat. There you go. That's a heel pad. I can tell you the air conditioning works fine because it's freezing in here. Jesus, turn that off. The air works. Yikes. USB port. Alpine CD player. That works fine, obviously. Alright, let me get a seatbelt on. Alright, let's see. Let me tilt the wheel down. Alright, let's see. Overdrive. Off and on. This is a brand new shift lever also. It was a little loose, the linkage was. So we bought a new one. And let's see, let me get over here. Let me straighten this out a little bit so that I can test the four-wheel drive. Alright, back up a little bit. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's see. Put it neutral. Four-wheel drive low. Now we're in low. Drive. That's definitely for low. And reverse. That's perfect. Alright, neutral. We're going to go to 4 high. Now we're in 4 high. Drive. Reverse. Alrighty then. Now we're going to go back to two-wheel drive. There. Alright, I'm going to go for a ride. One thing I noticed, this thing does work, but these things go out all the time. So just so you know, when these things go out, you can buy them for about $29 online. A little deal there, whatever that they call it. I can't remember what they call it online, but they're like $29 that are notorious for going out. I always tell people that so that when they get it and it goes out, they can avoid paying $9,000 to Ford for a $29 part. All right, if you come to Tucson to drive it home, obviously you need plates and insurance. You cannot get either. You can't get either on a salvage title, which is what we're on now. We have to take it to the cops, get a level 3 inspection, then we can get a restored salvage title, then you can get plates and insurance. Obviously, if you're going to drive it home, that's mandatory. We charge $200 to do that for you. It's a minimum of 4 hours of our time, up to 10 hours, depending on how busy the cops are that day. We're not allowed to leave it there anymore, so we have to sit there and stay with it all day. Rarely all day, but sometimes. So that's why it's $200. $50 goes to the state for the inspection, $150 goes to us to cover those times when we have to be there all day. It kind of evens out over time. So there's a $200 fee to restore the title, so it can be plated and insured. There's a $250 dock fee, and then there's taxes. Taxes are 2% city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. So if your state tax rate is 3%, and you come to Tucson to drive it home, you're going to pay 5% tax. That's your 3 plus R2, $250 dock fee, and $200 to restore the title. If you're one of our Alaska friends that come down here all the time and buy them and drive them home, they have a 0% state tax rate. So they pay 2% tax, $250, and $200 to restore the title. If you pay by wire and ship, all you're obligated to pay is the agreed upon price. No, nothing else. But we still strongly advise you to have us restore the title by adding $200. Unless you're positive you can do it yourself, we will be able to provide you, obviously, with the truck, the Arizona salvage title, and the bill of sale, and that's all we can give you documentation-wise. So just make sure you can do it on your own if you don't want us to do it for you. Okay? Deposit's $500. Once we get that in, we'll put your name in a banner over the truck at wheelkinetics.com, and you'll know it's yours, and everybody else will stop bugging us to buy it from us. It'll be yours. Until then, it is for sale. I'm going to shut up for just a second here when I jump on it here. We got a little strip here where there's no cops. And if I rear end that Audi, I'm probably going to kill him. So, get out of it now. Anyway, all right. Last thing I say this in every video. Every video I do is the same thing about the 12-minute to 13-minute mark. I tell you, Ford set a warranty of X amount of miles and X amount of years. This is way past it. If you want to look at all my videos for every vehicle that we have right there, which are about 50 or 60 of them, you will realize I say this about every vehicle. I'm not singling this one out. Basically what I'm saying here is that they gave it X amount of years, X amount of miles, because they don't know what's going to happen after those, okay? They built the truck. They don't know, we don't know more than the guys who built it, okay? So please realize that there's some risk in buying a used vehicle, just like there is buying a used toaster or a used anything, and it goes for any of these vehicles that we have out here. If you're risk averse, don't buy. Don't buy used anything, and please don't buy from us, because we don't know if an injector is going to go out. We don't know if the radio is going to stop working. We don't know what's going to happen to this truck. We know that today it's a nice truck. It's a 7.3, which is famous. We all know that. It's got a brand new transmission in it. Oil's been changed. Air filter's new. Sway bar links. Upper and lower ball joints are new. Could use a little bit of rubber in the rear tire, but other than that, it's what it is, okay? But please be aware, it's not new. If you need new, you can go buy a brand new version of this truck, and it's about $65,000. So just say to yourself, if you buy from us, that you're going to have to spend some of your money that you saved eventually, sooner or later, on a repair. That's inevitable, okay? Thank you for your time.